Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's John. I hope you're doing really well. Today's video is going to be a video about my very own stalker. So back in 2011, I managed to catch myself, my very own crazy person that decided to stalk me, and up until very recently, as in just a couple of months back, this guy was still being a bit of a pain in my ass. So I really want to share with you guys my experience and tell you a wee bit about this totally random experience that I've had going on. So just to fill you in and tell you a bit about me, I have nothing extraordinary going on in my life. I don't have any reason for someone to decide that they want to give me any kind of abuse online or anywhere else. I've always been pretty quiet in social media. I've never had any special experience. I don't have any reason really for someone to contact me and be a bit of a dick to me. But one guy has, and I can't wait to tell you the story. So, for the interest of being a nice person, I'm going to call this guy David. So, apologies to any Davids out there. If I am linked to any Davids, it is not this guy. I'm not linked to this guy on any social media that I'm aware of. So apologies to any Davids in advance. So, back on the 5th of November 2011, I got a message straight into my DMs from David. And this message says, sorry, I'm looking at my phone because I've obviously saved the messages. This message says, putting on the weight, fatty. So, I'm aware that obviously people will have different terms from it worldwide. Just to fill you in if you're not familiar with how we speak in Scotland, putting on the weight, fatty, is a slang term for you're getting fat. So, thank you David for being so kind and sending me an unsolicited message and telling me that. So a couple of things run through my head. First off, I was single at that time and I thought, there's a guy sliding into my DMs. What's this all about? I'm intrigued. And then the second thing I thought was, how does this guy know, if he's not friends with me, that I'm putting on any weight? So, obviously being a bit sassy, I had to respond to the guy. I wasn't going to let somebody tell me that I'm fat on social media or anywhere else with it being a bit cheeky back. So I said, I noticed that too. Maybe if you started moving a bit quicker in the tracksuits you squeeze yourself into, you can lose it all again. All the best with that one. So I probably should have thought, actually, this stranger has contacted me. He's contacted me to give me abuse. He appears to know who I am. I don't know who he is. So it's maybe a bad idea to respond, but not me. That's not how I roll. I responded and I hit back with that sassy message. So obviously this person, wow, can you see that? Sorry if you're frightened, but this spider has gate crashed my video. We'll just put him over here. Bye, spider. Sorry about that. So he responded to the message, obviously, on that night saying, tracksuits, haha, good one. Me fat, no pal. We both know that isn't true. You have a fucked up shape. At least I have the body. You are and I'm not going to say the word because I hate that word. And be prepared to get a smash in your face if I ever see you, instead of cowering away like you normally do if I ever pass you. So, like I say, I've got no idea who this guy is. I am familiar with who he might be. I recognise on Facebook we have lots of mutual friends. He says that he lived in the city of Dundee. I lived in the city of Dundee at that particular time. So I assumed that he maybe did know who I was, but I just didn't know who he was. So he's had a good old nose on my Facebook and he's decided to reach out to me. I should have left it at that, but being me, I didn't. I responded and I said, I look forward to that one, asshole. I've never noticed you passing, but I'll be looking out for you. Thanks for taking out the time of your busy life to find me on Facebook and send me a message. And I thought, this is really, really weird. Like, the guy is messaging me, he's sending me abuse, I'm responding, this potentially could get out of hand, I should maybe call it a day. And I did reach out to a couple of friends and say, hey, do you know this guy? And some people that I had contacted say, yeah, I do know him, he does live in Dundee, and he is in social circles that potentially my friends would be connected to, but I wasn't. He said, in response to me saying, thank you for taking the time out of your life to search me on Facebook and message me, because I presumed that's what he did. And he said, now I was looking through the creatures on Facebook and I seen your ugly face and I thought I'd let you know that you're putting on the fat. I guess you blend in well in Dundee. You're a fucking disgrace. So, not only is this guy slagging me off, but he's coming for everybody in the city that he lives in, and I'm just thinking, you're an asshole. So I remember back in 2011, I took screenshots of the messages and I put them into a Facebook gallery because we had people that we were connected to. I maybe shouldn't have done that, I don't know, but you know, I certainly didn't make the situation any better. But I thought, this guy is really coming for me, I don't know who he is, so what the hell, I don't know him. And I did. So I messaged him saying, I've published your messages in your very own gallery on Facebook. Thanks again for letting me know what you think. Your feedback is very important, very sassy. Do feel free to pop back if your life ever hits another standstill. Because I'm thinking, this guy's bored. It's the 5th of November. This was late at night, like 11 PM at night. And he's obviously been stalking me on Facebook, looking through my galleries, and thought, I want to hear his opinion. Well, I didn't, but he gave me it anyway. He said, my very own gallery. What? Fuck off, you rancid inbred creature. Ram that in your gallery. You jealous. Another word that I'm not going to use. So at this point, you know, I'm being a bit childish, I'm being really sassy back, I'm replying back to this guy that's decided to contact me, and he's loving it. This is what he was looking for. Me being really, you know, immature and being stupid at the time, decided, you know, I'm going to reply back and I'm going to give him what it's for, but you can't argue with stupid, you can't reason with stupid, and this guy certainly wasn't going to have the last word, no matter what happened. So he said, my very own gallery, fuck off, whatever, never mind. I said to him, if we were friends on Facebook, I could tag you in pictures, but we're not. You know, people are commenting on you, you're behaving like an idiot, see you later, that's the end of the subject. And he said, do you want to stop messaging me now? You're pathetic, and you think I'm actually bothered. It just proves how pathetic you are, and more people are just going to laugh behind your back. Nobody likes you, mate, so beat it. And I replied back to him saying, you messaged me, what is wrong with you? People are commenting and you obviously are bothered. You're messaging me. I've got all the receipts here, and I will post them at the end in the description box. That's probably the best way to do it. So I'll upload them somewhere and I'll put them in the description box so that you can read through these messages. I'm going to protect David's anonymity despite the fact he doesn't deserve it, and I'll leave this stuff there, but that isn't the end of the story. This is 6 years ago, mind you. So 6 years ago this happened, and I've mentioned already, it's still ongoing. So stay with me and I'll fill you in between 6 years ago and the situation now. That's the end of the thread. 6 years ago, I hear nothing. The guy blocks me on Facebook. Now, what I didn't know is, if somebody blocks you on Facebook, you can try and find them and block them somehow if you know their details. I didn't know that. Facebook Messenger app wasn't out then, so I couldn't block him. He blocked me, and that was the end of that. We didn't have any other communication. I spoke about it to loads of people that I know, and I was like, hey, by the way, do you know this guy David? He sent me messages, whatever else happened. So 6 years has gone by, and in 6 years I have moved away from Dundee. I've moved to another city further north, about 90 miles away from Dundee. I now live in Aberdeen. I have been in a long-term relationship, and I've moved away with who is now my husband. because we got married a couple of years ago in that time. So 6 years has passed. I've changed jobs twice, maybe, in that time. I've lived in a new house, a different city. I'm married. I've changed my surname on Facebook. I don't even have the same name on Facebook. And a few months back, probably about a year ago now, I got a message saying from him, because he's unblocked me to find me again, and he said, "You're moving up in the world, Avon." So, just to let you know, I did work for Avon Cosmetics as an area manager. I enjoyed my time with the company. I met hundreds of the representatives in the northeast of Scotland. I was employed by the company. I was no way selling products out of the catalogues or whatever. You know, I worked as part of the corporate team for Avon Cosmetics. And obviously, that was listed somewhere in my Facebook. And this guy has decided one night, a few months back, I'm really bored, I'm going to go and find John. So, he sent me this message. What he's then done is he has immediately blocked me again. So, he's sent me that message, and he also made reference to my weight. He said, "You're a fat bastard," or whatever it was he said after that. I didn't get a screenshot of that, so you know, you only have my word for that. But the rest of the screenshots I will add in the description box below. And he's then immediately blocked me. And I thought, what the hell? So I've gone back to the gallery on Facebook, I've shared it, and I've said, "Hey, by the way, 6 years has passed, you've never heard from my friend David, but guess what? This troll is back on the internet. He's an internet bully. He picks out people and he says horrible things about them." And obviously, at that time, I've changed jobs again. I work in a totally different industry, doing a totally different thing now, but he still thinks I work for Avon. I've met lots of people in Aberdeen since I moved back here, and they have seen the gallery, and one of my friends reaches out to me. We'll call him Jamie, and he says, "By the way, John, this guy isn't in Dundee, he lives in Aberdeen." And I'm like, "No, he definitely lives in Dundee, he totally lives there, that's where he lives." That was what was on his Facebook at the time. My friends from Dundee knew him. The cities, although they are only 90 miles apart, they're two separate cities. There are a couple of small towns between them if you're not familiar with the geography in Scotland, and people kind of know each other, but you know, it's not like we would just go to Dundee to hang out or vice versa. So the people in Aberdeen are quite separate from the people in Dundee is what I'm trying to say. And my friend Jamie reaches out and he says, "No, David definitely lives in Aberdeen, 100%. He works for the council in Aberdeen and he is a safety warden." And I was like, what the fuck? This guy is a safety warden in Aberdeen. He has access, if he wanted to, probably my address, my job. You know, if he's searching me out on Facebook, he's obviously got some kind of beef with me. I don't know what it is, but he has access to me. And I thought, you know what, I'm done with this. I, as a person, am anti-bullying. Some of the language I've used in this video I'm not particularly proud of, to be honest. It seems like bullying language, but it's how I feel. And I work for a charity that is against bullying, and I thought, I'm not going to put up with this. This potentially could get worse. He's now in my city, he's sought me out, and he is sending me horrible Facebook messages. So I wrote an email to Aberdeen City Council. Mind you, the guy is a safety warden for the city. He should know better. He is here to protect people. He's here to make sure people are safe. And this guy is an online troll. He seeks people out to bully them online. And I thought, you know what, I'm not going to have that. Regardless, I'm coming back for you. I'm not having it. So I wrote an email to his boss. And some time goes by and I hear nothing. And all of a sudden, he turns up in my workplace, just as a member of the public. He absolutely seen me. There is no way he couldn't see me. We had a face-to-face thing. I said nothing to him, and he said nothing to me. Not a word. A couple of weeks go by, and I hear nothing back about my email. I've enclosed the screenshots that are in the description box below. I hear nothing back. And somebody I work with said, John, I have something I want to speak to you about that's really sensitive, and I just want to ask you the truth. Are you cheating on your husband? And I said, no. What is this all about? And she said, it's just that my auntie works with somebody at the council who says that he's dating you, or he really fancies you, or something along this line. And I said, well, he must really fancy me, whoever it is. What's his name? And she's like, oh, a guy called David. And I was like, no way is this happening. You know this guy. Here are the messages, and I showed her the Facebook messages, and she's like, what? This guy, it clearly has an issue. He's got something wrong with him. And anyway, I put her right, and she said, I'll have to tell my auntie. And I said, you tell your auntie, whatever. I hear nothing. And then I get an email from the city council saying, hey, John, just so you know, we've dealt with this guy. We've had an investigation internally. We've had a word with him. We can't tell you the outcome of what's going on. So he could be sacked, he could be suspended, he could be whatever, I don't know. So I didn't know what the situation is with this David guy, other than he turned up to my workplace as a member of the public. I dealt with him in the role that I do, like I would everybody else. It's in a group environment. I didn't single him out, I didn't speak to him, I didn't look at him, I just pretended that he wasn't in the room. And I had this email back, and I thought, you know what, that's it, finished, done and dusted, it's in bed, there is nothing else to talk about. I'm blocked on Facebook, I can't contact him, he's had something going on at work, they have shared the posts that must have been quite embarrassing for him. The guy has learned his lesson. No! He has not learned his lesson, because just last week, my husband got a friend request on Facebook from him, and obviously declined it. And I was sitting chatting with my colleague whose auntie works with the guy, and she says, just so you know, I spent time with my auntie at Christmas, and this guy David has told everybody at his work that you are stalking him, you're harassing him on Facebook, you're really coming for him, but they know that he's been in trouble for coming for you online, but he's twisted it, and he's now telling people that he had been in a relationship with you, the relationship has gone south, and you are harassing this guy on Facebook. What the fuck? So, I don't know what's going to happen as a result of the video. You know, he's in the ether, on the sidelines, looking at what I get up to. He might find the video, he might come back, I hope he doesn't. He may very well send me another message on Facebook, I don't know, but this is my side of the story. Totally random. As far as I know, at this moment in time, I have nothing else to do with the guy, and my work colleague has very kindly gone and told her auntie what the real situation is. As far as I know, he no longer works at the city council. I don't know the reason why. I do believe that he was dismissed for some reason. I don't know if it's connected to my situation or something else. I don't know. I don't have that much interest in the guy. But, you know, 6 years of a time difference, unblocking and blocking again, sending messages, and the messages are down below. There is quite a good chance I'm going to hear from this guy again, and I promise you, if I do, I will do my crazy stalker video number 2, and I'll get it online for you guys to see. So that's the end of the story. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of story, I do have some random stories that I'm able to share with you. I've got more story time videos. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and my links to Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat are in the description box down below. Thank you for your support. I hope you have an awesome time whatever you're up to this new year, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!